So next up, let's talk about invisible PPC and what's in it for each and every one of you guys on this phone call, right? Digital triggers customers. So at the end of the day, we just ran 6 or 7 questions on the AMA, on this very AMA session. If you're watching the recording, go watch the replays and you can see the rest of these. But quite a few times, we've been talking about Google ads. We've been talking about Facebook ads. We've been talking about remarketing. We've been talking about paid ads, right? So for me, guys, at the end of the day, me as an agency and me as a trainer, right, and a consultant in this space for each and every one of you guys that follows me, okay, my whole thing is about driving revenue and driving sales, right? In my agency, that's what it's about. When I'm talking with a prospect, this is the conversation that I'm having with them, right? What's the mechanism that's going to do that then, right, is ultimately the question. But what they care about and the conversations that we have are all about this, right? And when I talk with you guys, right, what you guys care about and what you guys want to talk with your prospects about is all about driving revenue and driving sales and driving value for them, right? When I talk to you guys about, you know, what do you guys find important in a product to sell, right, to local businesses? You're like, I want to be able to read, I want to be able to lead with results. I want to be able to lead with case studies. I want to be able to make them money, right? I want them to know how amazing what I am is doing for them and that they can say, I spent this much and you brought me in this much. Those are the types of conversations that we have, right? That's the exact reason why I partnered with Invisible PPC. Because at the end of the day, how are we going to do that? Right? Like I've talked about, all of my background is Google search, right? It's Google ads, right? It's Google's display network, it's YouTube ads, it's SEO organic, it's Google paid, right? Whether it used to be Google AdWords and now it's Google ads, right? Like that is the core of my competency. And that's what I've also crushed it with, selling to local businesses and also helping local businesses with that medium. So at the end of the day, right, if I want to help you guys grow, okay, I need to find you guys this resource. And so I went and I found you guys this resource, right? Invisible PPC. And over the last couple of months, for people that have asked, hey, do you have a company that you guys would suggest, right? Run my Google ads, right? When you guys started asking that question at the end of last year and even before that, right, we'd point you guys to Invisible PPC. I've been in a mastermind with Rob Warner of Invisible PPC for quite some time now, right? And every single time we have a conversation, it's amazing, right? And in the back of both of our heads, we're thinking, man, we got to do more business. Man, we got to do more business. Man, we got to do more business. Okay, and as conversation happened over time, right, and things progressed into where they are today, right? I essentially now, you could say that I'm the CMO. I'm CMO and a partner and owner at Invisible. So for Rob, it's kind of like the inverse, right? I'm the marketing guy. I'm the one boots on the ground. I'm the one selling this stuff. I'm the one teaching others how to successfully, agencies, how to successfully sell this. Rob and his existing team at Invisible PPC, they're great at doing the fulfillment, right? They crush it at doing the fulfillment. What they're not so good at is they're a white label PPC company, right? They don't have the direct to customer sales experience like I do, right? So we got kind of a yin yang scenario going on. Does that make sense? They're good at fulfillment, right? And doing the daily work in there every day, doing all the techie stuff, right? And at the end of the day, I'm good enough to understand that, okay? But where my real strength lies is the sales mechanism there, okay? And so it's really a match made in heaven, right? At Invisible PPC, now with me taking over as CMO and as a partner here at Invisible PPC, I can focus on the marketing and sales initiatives to drive your guys' agencies forward and give you guys the tested, battle proven, right, sequences and campaigns for you guys to go get customers, but also to onboard it and manage these customers as well, right? I single-handedly have brought in whales, right, from PPC. Okay, sold them PPC. I had one customer in my last agency. Shit, by the time I probably exited, I mean, they had to be spending over 200 grand a month in Google Ads, right? One sale that I sold, spending over 200,000 a month in Google Ads. Just so you guys understand kind of a numbers breakdown there, my fee was somewhere between 15 and 20% of spend. Right, so I was making, what's that math? Between $30,000 and $40,000 a month we were bringing in from one customer that I landed. Okay, like that's where my strength is. Okay, can I build a team, right, to run Google Ads? Yes. Am I gonna get bored after 30 days of me managing that team? Yes, right? So the match that we have at Invisible PPC is absolutely fantastic. Does that make sense to everybody? Can I get a 0 in the chat? Right, I get to focus on what I'm good at, and Rob and the rest of their team gets to focus on what they're good at, right? And it's just kind of a bolt-in scenario, okay? It's a win-win all around. And I know that we had somebody that asked this question at the beginning of the call. I forget who it was. Let me scroll through the attendees. Does this answer your question, kind of where this came from? I think it was Matthew. Was it you, Matthew Fran? Matthew Fran, yeah, I believe it was you, right, brother? Does that make sense? Awesome, man, good stuff. So at the end of the day, again, I want to be able to lead with value with all of my products that I sell directly to the local market, right? For every business that I go after, I want to be able to lead with value, and I need to be able to bring results and show results. And guys, the power that we have as a community at Digital Triggers and everybody else leveraging our fulfillment partner in Invisible PPC is insane, okay? It's insanity, okay? So get this, right? You have the ability when you've partnered with Invisible PPC to say, my fulfillment team manages $2 million a month in ad spend. My fulfillment team also generates over 7,000 monthly inbound calls. Talk about standing on the shoulders of some giants, right? You guys think that you could probably close some more deals if your fulfillment partner did those two things? You guys can say that. You guys can use that. That's the beautiful thing. Matthew Fran says, what about pricing? Dude, their pricing is so cheap, it's not even funny, right? Like, frankly, we're going to need to start increasing the prices. And that'll be good for everybody involved. But yes, dude, their pricing is like not even an option, not even an issue. Like, there's nobody in the market that can even touch them in terms of pricing. So awesome. Matthew says, sweet.